welcome, guys.
Technology's great. We love Star Trek. Cut. Oh, hey. How's it going?
Star Trek Discovery Season 1.
What a season it was, even.
Does it make you proud to be a Star Trek fan in this time, in this day and age?
I'd say yeah.
Yeah, I mean, considering the amount of caliber of production that's going into these videos, these shows, it really is. I mean, they're actually putting real serious money into this stuff. Mm-hmm. You know, instead of just kind of making a simple TV show and cutting as many corners as they can do. I mean, they've really put so much money. From what I read, it's like they say it's like filming a movie every episode.
Yeah,
and that's awesome.
You know, when the ship rocks, it looks a little more natural than.
Oh yeah, the Harlem Shake.
Everything. my arm almost popped out of the socket when I did that.
That would have been an interesting video.
Well, my hip has popped out in precarious situations. My knees popped out. Jesus Christ.
She broke.
Really glue for your joint.
She needs some joint glue. Joint glue.
Glucose.
I think something funny there. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody hook us up. Yeah. Comment down below.
Insert funny joke here.
Do our jobs for us.
Exactly. So yeah.
Because we're professionals.
So Molly, I want to talk to you right now.
Okay.
We're gonna ignore Joe and Delana for a minute. Just look into my eyes and talk to me.
Got some cards.
Be that way.
Hold on, I got some dice.
I didn't say y'all could talk. You'll have to sit there silently.
Oh.
She is
Sorry.
a man.
They were just like, whatever, we're going to do our own thing.
This is our own show.
Well, since this is about Star Trek Discovery, which is the newest version of Star Trek, and Molly, this is the first Star Trek you've ever watched. This is the first Star Trek series you've watched a complete season of.
Yes.
So I want to know your thoughts right now.
I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait for next season. I still have a lot to catch up on in regards to other shows. I just started DS9, the first episode, and that was really cool. And it's
Emissary.
It's interesting. I need to watch more, but I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Not going in, not knowing that much about it,
Not knowing much
and
about the
learning
series.
more about it.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this as a new fan, because I know you've seen the Star Trek movies, the J.J. Abrams movie. And
Kelvin timeline.
And she's seen some of the TNG. She's seen First Contact.
Yeah.
Oh snap! Yeah.
But in comparison to the movies, has the show made you want to go back and watch like DS9 and stuff like that more than the movies would have if they hadn't come out with?
Well, I guess it's just a better feel because they're newer, so they're more modern, so it's easier to catch on, and I don't know, it just looks cooler. But like, I like the old school feel of how the movies were, but I don't know, this Discovery's really catching my eye.
Cool.
Yay!
I like the costumes and stuff, and the scenery. The scenes look awesome.
Yeah.
Another win for nerddom. But what's your favorite character in Discovery?
Yeah, let's talk about Discovery.
D.
My favorite character in Discovery. Come back to me.
I like Michael at first, and then the second half I really like Saru better.
Can I add in something really quickly?
Always.
Of course.
When Molly and I started watching DS9, the first episode was Molly's first time. It was coming on, and Molly goes, "So is this the series with the character that you absolutely hate?" And she was giddy about it. Like she was ready for me to hate on Kes. I was like, "No, that's not.
That's your favorite character.
Neelix. It's Neelix too.
The whole like dynamic of the two of them together. That's great, isn't it?
Love them.
Aren't they just?
You don't like Neelix either, so." Okay, so
I like
anyway,
Tuvix.
your favorite? Oh God, he's worse. God. Oh,
He was so charismatic.
he was so. Whatever, kill me now.
Anyway.
So Molly, you liked Michael this season.
I like Michael at first, and then now I think I like Saru better. Yeah.
What
More-
changed?
I just like that they gave him like more authority, and I especially like the episode where the mirror universe. It's like he's coming into all this power, and the other one he's like a slave, and it just I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good to see him in a power position,
Yeah.
and he was
Man,
good at it.
yeah.
It was a good mirror, yeah. And he's one of the few people that we saw where we saw his mirror counterpart. We never saw Michael's mirror counterpart.
She
We
did.
never saw. Well, we saw
Stamets.
Lorca because he was.
Well, he's always.
Yeah, he's always been the mirror.
Ha
I liked Philippa's mirror one.
Oh yeah, she was badass.
She
We got to see
really
Michelle
was.
Yeoh going around, jumping around,
Yeah.
kicking things. That was great.
Yeah, I mean, we saw most of the bridge crews. You know, mirror.
I liked that. I liked that the engineer at the beginning who died, like when she was stuck in the little prison.
Yeah.
You know, I love that he was the captain of the Shenzhou at that point. You know, that's a great, you know, like kill him off so easily, and they're like, oh, that was nice to bring him back as captain. Well, that was cool. He's just like, I'm an idiot.
And so, what about you?
Oh, me? My favorite character in Discovery is easily Hugh, the Doctor.
Oh yeah.
He was my absolute favorite. He was the most encouraging, like soft, loving, but he'll forcefully fight, you know, for his principles. And, you know, he was such a great character. And I'm still pissed off. I threw things at the television when that happened. I was very upset. Spoiler alert.
Yeah. Well, it's the season 1 is aired, so
Yeah.
if you're watching this, you know that there are going to be
Spoilers in 1,
Yeah.
2, 3. He's dead.
Everyone dies.
It's like Game of Thrones, but with phasers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Kara?
I mean, like we talked about when we talked about the first half of the season, I don't really have a favorite. I know that the first half of the season, I didn't like Saru. He grew on me the second half. I don't know if I would say he's my favorite character.
Hashtag Shirushi.
But, I mean, I like Lorca. I thought he was interesting.
He was sexy for sure.
I like Giorgio.
I don't think he's sexy.
Yeah,
But I don't know, I
You're
haven't-
just wrong.
I think that if and this sounds so silly, but if I really had to pick like 2 favorite characters, it would be Morel and Spock. Because I'm really into this Klingon storyline.
That is a beautiful romance there for sure. Tragic.
But they're still not, you know, I couldn't say yes, they're the best ever. I still have mixed feelings about the finale, and so I'm just like, I'm still processing it.
I mean, I like Laurel, okay. I'm ready to see more of her in season 2, but,
And she's going to be a leader.
That's pretty cool, yeah. Being all
And-
up there.
And she's gonna have somebody by her side who has memories of a Klingon and memories of a Federation officer.
That'll be an interesting dynamic. Makes me wonder though, because like, you know, this is supposedly going to be set 10 years before, you know, the original series. You know, there's like a Cold War at that point. You know, it was almost like a that
Maybe they just kind
Soviet
of withdrew
U.S.
and-
kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
I
You
wonder.
stay out of my way, I stay out of your way.
Yeah, but it's more like they're like economically heating each other up, like especially in like Trouble with Tribbles, because that was all about economics. That wasn't about, oh, I just hate you, I just hate you. It's a mirror of like, I think, Afghanistan back in the 70s or something like that. That's what I think of. I may have that analogy wrong, but I don't know. I wonder how it's gonna play out this season when it comes to like, because I mean, when she left, they were kind of on good terms. I mean, at the end of it, you know, with the Rel, Federation was kind of on decent terms with them. Because I mean, so it makes me wonder how they got to the Cold War aspect of it. That'd be interesting to see. I mean, obviously, there's going to be sentiment from the, you know, terrible war that just happened.
Yeah.
But you know,
well, you know, the leaders of the houses can make the decisions, but the people that follow them, you know.
fair enough.
Yeah, I'm hoping that in season 2 we see more of what happens to the Klingon houses and how they become more united. Because they're not really united right now. They had somebody hold a threat of a bomb over them, so.
holding up an iPad. I'm gonna blow the world up. She ain't gonna last long. Somebody gonna mess her up.
I really was hoping that scene would have been a little bit more dramatic. It was just like,
I've got an
I'm
iPad.
surprised about some assassination attempts.
Oh man, she's gonna like easily. I mean, I doubt she'll make it 14 hours. I mean, that would be the first thing. As if I were Worf and had nothing to do with the Federation, and I was sitting there staring at this happen, I would just murder her.
She needs to watch it back.
well, she's got her baby with her now, so
Yeah, her boo thing.
I mean, she's got to be pregnant too. She's gonna have a Bach baby.
Bach baby.
Do they have? Because I don't know that much
I don't
about.
know, what's their
about the
gestational
Star Trek
age? We
I
know
have no
that the male Klingons
reproductive
have.
stuff. Do they have babies?
Puberty like once every like
Double
18 year.
Did you notice that?
Oh yeah, they have 2 penises.
Yeah,
It was confirmed.
that's very interesting. I love the background detail of that episode. It's glorious.
Yeah.
With the Orions. Love
Well,
it.
that was a great. Yeah, that was like. At first, I was kind of thinking like, well, if they're so like xenophobic, why is there a colony from another, an inferior race on their home planet? You would think like
Yeah.
they wouldn't allow that. That kind of confused me in that regard. But it had so many like little Easter eggs that you just kind of forgave it.
well,
I like the tattoo thing,
Orions
too.
were also slave dealers, right? So
Yeah, fair enough.
if
But
the
still.
Klingons were okay with buying and selling slaves, then
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they would be okay with the Orions being there.
Do you remember that part where they were in like the little city part of it, and where all the vendors and stuff were, and like somebody got a tattoo, but all they did was like touch it, and it
Just-
started just.
Like
She was-
spring to life.
Yeah, that was a
blooming.
trill. Somebody said that
Yeah,
was a
there was a-
trill.
yeah, it was a
getting
trill.
tattoo, Yeah,
Because the Trills and the Klingons had like or were so close for so long before they even joined the Federation.
yeah. Which, that's what I love about Dax.
Mm-hmm.
Her relationship with Klingons.
But did you guys notice the
So
study?
glad you're watching DS9! Okay, sorry, I'm
Did you guys notice that the guy in the frying pan, the little aliens in the little bugs in the frying pan, were from Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan? Like the little things that went inside their ears.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was
no, I
those little
didn't pay
things.
attention
Yeah,
to
look at that. Go,
And then
go back and watch that.
Tilly Yates Space Whale.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
She's
yeah.
like, oh.
It's a Gormy gun.
And then it was Ron Howard, who was the guy sitting
Yeah.
there across from her, who was
Yeah.
in the original series, if you
Yeah.
remember. He
Wait, what was his name?
Or not Ron.
No,
it was
it's
Ben
his brother.
Howard.
It's his
It's-
brother.
His brother.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brent,
yeah.
yeah. I can never remember. I always get the names so messed up.
Yeah,
But anyway.
she got toasted in that episode.
No, yeah, and he's like, but I'm an Orion. I'm gonna try and steal your stuff. It happens. And then Giorgio in bed. Ooh, that was some hard stuff. He's like, I'm gonna take both of y'all. That's
Right.
dirty. That's dirty.
Do you, like when season 2 starts, do you hope that we go back to the Mirror Universe at any point?
Yeah, I do.
I'm done with it. I'm ready.
You're
ready.
done with it?
I think
Maybe
the whole
not.
story arc has filled itself into play. I think it's ready to.
But we have the Emperor. She's on our side now.
I think she's gonna be a foe or some or
you don't
like
think
a
she'll try to get back?
like a Harry Mudd or something like that of this universe, or she's gonna create her own like interstellar pirate. Or I think she could be a pirate.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I could see that. I could see her being that.
So so that's what you feel like, that's your prediction of how she's gonna pop up?
Yeah, I think she's gonna become some kind of rogue or pirate, or she's gonna like take over someone else's state. You know, like work her way up and somehow and like kill an emperor or something and take over some kind of
She would do
smaller.
that.
What do you think, Dee? How do you think she's gonna pop up?
Well, I agree with Joe. I think it'll either be that or she'll try and manipulate Starfleet into doing something because she needs something. Because I feel like she's got something.
Yeah.
You know, she wouldn't. Her personality, she wouldn't just,
Yeah.
go off into the distance and never be heard from
No.
again.
No.
And now that she knows Michael's, alive, or that part of Michael, even though it's not the Michael that she knew,
She
I
still
think
has
she-
a
I think
soft,
she does-
it's
yeah,
clear
she
has
has a very soft
Oh,
spot,
yeah,
yeah.
really, yeah.
Yeah, I think that I'd like to see her pop up with Mud. I think that would be a good, like, have their paths cross and then.
they just start collaborating with each other.
That'd be interesting to see. I would like to see more Mud, but honestly, what I want to see is Tellarites and Andorians.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would love to see that Andorian's voice was a little creepy to me.
So,
But-
would you,
Just strange.
would you like to see Jeffrey Combs come and play an Andorian?
Hell yeah.
So yeah, anything.
That's my like
honestly.
18th cousin probably.
was no. How well Shran wouldn't still be alive.
No. He probably could come in and play any number of characters because he's that diverse when it comes to his character
I
acting.
mean, because he's played Ferengi and he's done
But-
so much.
I know.
I think
He
that
was always. I think Shran's just my favorite character of his.
he was
so
pretty, he was
the
that
fact
was
that we
pretty-
might see Andorians. Oh, I would love for him to be on the show.
I want to see Starfleet Andorians. I want to see them wearing the uniform, interacting with the crew, and like maybe even leaders. I want to see more of that. I pray there's an Andorian captain that we get.
Oh, on the ship.
So want that to happen.
The one that's playing in Vulcan.
An albino Andorians.
The rear
Oh, well,
Anars.
they're blind though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're blind. I mean, they're still telepathic. They can get shit done.
So who do you think the captain's going to be? Is that what you?
I hope
your
it's an
answer?
Andorian. I
The
really.
captain they're going to pick up.
I hope it's an alien.
Oh yeah, that would be really cool if it wasn't a human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then I feel really bad for Saru. Hashtag Sarushi.
I do kind of feel bad. Like, it's like every time Saru gets, to be the
Yeah.
captain, it's for like this long.
So,
Oh.
do you think he was cheated out of it?
Yeah. I mean, that speech he gave.
Kinda.
That was a good speech. That was like some Independence Day speech.
Yeah, I mean,
You know?
he rallied everybody, and I mean, it just doesn't seem. And
He
he's
had
had the
good presence with
experience,
everybody.
you know, and
And
He
it just
got
seemed to
it.
be like so fluid for him. Like it was just easy for him
Yeah.
to step into that role.
I mean, if you think about when we saw such a progression of that character throughout the entire series. You know, we had in him like brother like thing with her in the beginning, and then it turned into a little bit of self doubt, and then he had that crazy moment where he did a bunch of mushrooms and stuff, and then he came back and he was super unsure of himself after that as well. He ran that program, you know. And then bam, he got his confidence when he deleted that. You remember when he deleted that? That was him getting his confidence.
yeah,
Yeah.
he finally realized he didn't need that to be able to believe in himself and his ability.
I think that's specifically his race kind of thing because he always felt like they're cattle, you know, like we're just sheep, you know, we don't really lead and we're not in the head, but he really like made him one for his race.
So, one of the big questions I had, like, when did you feel, like, was there a moment when you were watching any of season 1, you're like, oh yeah, this is Star Trek. This is the Star Trek I signed up for. You have a moment where that kind of clicked for you?
Me specifically?
Yeah, or any of you.
Was that opening?
Yeah.
When the three of us were sitting or the
Oh.
four of us, there's three, I can't count.
There was more of us.
There were even in the X-ray when we were sitting there
Oh, at the
rec
watch
room,
party? Okay.
and I'm sitting over there, and I see all that stuff, you know, the visuals, stuff like that. But then I saw Gene Roddenberry's name pop up, and you hear that original
At the very end,
the
yeah.
very end of it. I'm just like, holy shit, this is Star Trek. Holy shit, this is Star Trek. I got so excited right that moment. Like I got a goosebump. I'm getting them now thinking about that moment.
But you see, I find that interesting because that moment was not in any of that first part of the season for me at all. Okay, so we were talking about the moment when you felt like Discovery was truly Star Trek for you. And that moment for me came in the finale.
When the Enterprise showed up.
No. But
Bunch.
I'm still kind of annoyed the Enterprise showed up. But I'm learning to live with it.
Are you really?
Yes!
Because you
I'm
literally.
so glad to get that off my chest.
You literally, when they started going NCC, when you saw 1-7, she goes, and she got like right up to the fucking TV. Sorry.
I was annoyed a little bit, yeah.
She did. She fucking jumped up and was like,
I watched the end of the episode standing up, yeah.
Because she told me when I watched it with her, she's like, yeah, Kara said that excitement at this part.
I didn't know it wasn't excitement.
I mean, it was just like,
It was
oh,
pure
really?
hatred and
Well,
anger.
no, in the moment it was just like, really, I know what that is. It was like solving a, Jeopardy puzzle or something, or what is the
escape
one?
room.
No.
Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. No, it was exciting to see it, but after it was like in the moments after, I was like, I want Discovery to be Discovery, and
Hey,
I
it's-
felt like that they were trying to appease the diehard fans who have been hating on it the whole first of the season, and I was confused and conflicted.
No, they planned on that in the beginning.
It can still be its own thing. They're
I
just,
mean-
you know.
It's gonna be Pike,
I know, and I'm excited to see what they do. I'm excited to see who they get to play Spock and Pike and all that. I'm excited for it, but there was a moment like, oh, I just want to see Discovery for right now. Because like in DS9, Picard was in there, but we didn't have the Enterprise swooping in. Riker came to a few things.
That's not true, because I mean the Enterprise showed up at the end of the Emissary as well. The Emissary episodes.
Did it show it like arriving and all
Yeah.
glory and stuff? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Been a while since I watched that.
because they had left the station.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
and then they went into the wormhole and all that, and then the Cardassians, you know, were
You're like, oh, we're gonna blow your station up if you don't give us our Cardassians back.
Yeah.
because they had disabled their sensors long enough for Cisco and Dax to go into the wormhole, and then then they encountered the Prophets.
The Prophets, yeah.
So.
I like that part.
The wormhole aliens, is all I like to call them.
Wormhole aliens. Alright, so you ready for the moment?
Yeah, what's your moment?
It was when Ash was telling Michael bye.
Aww. That was a sweet moment, but it was like,
Look at Dee's face.
I mean, it's a sweet. It's a,
how does that make you feel like it's Star Trek?
exactly. Yeah, that's.
I'm
why
gonna tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
She's gonna tell us.
Is it the romance part
No,
of it?
not really. It's just like when I look back on me watching Next Generation and Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Enterprise, there was always these episodes that I would watch, and it would be like the end of it, and I realized I've been sobbing during scenes, and I'm like, that's what Star Trek is for me, is like pulling that deep emotion out. And I felt that emotion there because it was like when she told him, I see you, and like I see
I like
you
that
as
part too.
Ash and not Bach, because she had told him, whenever I look at you I see Bulk's eyes.
In the episode before.
Yeah.
But I wondered how true that was. It's like, you've already gone through all this stuff with him. That's not really happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just like, it was just all that emotion in that scene. And I teared up just a little bit. And it was the first time I teared up in Discovery, and that was the moment where I was like, this is Star Trek, because it made me cry.
Sweet.
That is sweet, yeah.
Look at
Okay.
Jill's face!
It's like your soap opera. It's my stories.
I bared my soul.
You did. That was really sweet. I mean, that's a good moment, and I get what you mean by it being Star Trek to you, because that's how you watch Star Trek. Is that you put so much emotion into it because it in itself is a truly emotional show, especially the TNG era.
Yeah,
I mean,
and DS9
that was like
especially.
Shakespeare almost. It was so good in that regard. No, man. Well, what about Dee?
Yeah, she hasn't told us her moment yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell us
this
some moments, Dee.
sounds a bit lackluster after Kara's oh so swooning statement.
Well, lackluster or not.
But mine was when, they had decided to just completely obliterate Kronos. And Michael was sort of arguing with Cornwell.
Oh, yeah, that's my second moment. Yeah.
And
That's a good moment.
and
Yeah.
Cornwell's, she's, to her credit, she's just trying to save the people that are left in
Yeah.
Starfleet,
And she's
and
been
Earth.
fighting the war for 9 months.
Yeah, and when Michael stood up to her, and said, "No, that's
not who we are."
That's how, who Starfleet is,
Yeah, that was a good moment.
and just standing up for what she believed in, and not wanting to create another, massacre like the Battle of the Binaries.
Right.
I was messed up, yeah.
But in that scene too, that Saru and the rest of the bridge crew of Discovery,
Yeah, they all kind of
like the
stood
way
up.
they
yeah.
all kind of stood up and backed
Solidarity.
Michael. I mean, yeah, that was a
Yeah.
great scene. Really good scene.
It was very powerful, yeah.